Hello to our thriving community of business owners. I am Brenna, and welcome to HR with Brenna, a video series I host to help small business owners unravel the complexities of HR so they can focus on building the business of their dreams without all the headaches. So today we're going to start at the very beginning and talk about what is HR and HR management. If you ask 5 people, you'll get 5 different answers. If there's 4 different areas, 5, 6, we are going to go through 7 different functional areas of HR. All right, so we're going to start with first getting those team members in the door with recruiting and staffing. So this starts with initially at being able to identify the need. So what are the hiring triggers? How do you know when you need to bring someone new into the team? Being able to identify the key skills, the experience they need to have. And then once you know that you need to hire, now making sure that you have a great process to build that pipeline and move your candidates through efficiently. So this starts with identifying the best sources to be able to find the right talent for your firm, and then making sure that everyone is trained on how to create a great experience for those candidates. The next functional area we're going to talk about is compensation and benefits. So this covers basically everything under that total rewards umbrella. So it's going to cover what you are actually paying your team in cash compensation. It also is going to include bonuses, incentives, commission programs that you've designed. And then on the benefits piece, the medical, dental, vision, the ancillary products, as well as any perks, reimbursements, stipends, gym memberships, anything else that you'd want to make available to your team. In addition to making sure that you have the programs clearly defined and easily understandable by your team, they don't know about it, they can't take advantage of it, but then also making sure that you are regularly benchmarking your programs to ensure that they're competitive. The next area we're going to talk about is performance management. Really, this is just creating the structure and environment necessary to get the best possible work out of your team and to allow them to be successful. So this really is going to start with expectation setting. The best place to go with this is a clear, concise, accurate job description that is reviewed on a regular basis. And then branching out when you're ready into identifying additional core competencies, skills needed for promotion. But starting with that effective job description is a great place to begin. Now, when it comes to the actual performance review, there are a lot of opinions out there about what the right cadence is. Some people say throw the annual review out the window. Others say quarterly conversations is the right way to go. Maybe it's a monthly check-in with your manager. At the end of the day, the right solution is the one that works for you and your team, assuming that you can put something into place that goes beyond a box-checking exercise. There should be a process to it. There should be time to actually review and say, what do we want to get out of this process? What's going to be meaningful and impactful for the team? And making sure that you couple that with effective training. So your manager should be trained in how to give effective feedback, how to deliver the messaging appropriately, and your entire team should be trained in how to receive feedback effectively. Next, we're going to talk about learning and development. This really is just creating the opportunities for your team to develop the skills they need to be successful both in and out of the workplace. So where to start? First, I would assess the skills that the business needs and then look for any skill gaps that you have. So as you're going through and you're assessing and identifying these skills, you're going to want to look at the hard skills, right? What is the actual knowledge that relates to their job that they need to know? Think about any technical skills, software, things that they would need to know as well. And then include any soft skills. This can be something that is overlooked, but is a key part of any employee's development. So make sure you're including necessary soft skills as well. Now, this can be overwhelming. So this is something that you could always look at outsourcing. There are so many great companies out there who can help you develop, who have their own training that you can utilize. So don't be afraid to ask for help when it comes to this one. If building out a full learning and development program seems a little overwhelming, there are other things you can do to show your employees that you want to encourage their growth and development, like setting aside a small budget for them to attend a conference, a webinar, something that is of interest to them. You don't have to build out a full program, but it still allows them to know that you are interested in their development. The next area we're going to talk about is a big one, and that is compliance. The very words that shudders down the spine for a lot of small business owners that I talk to. This is going to cover everything from the paperwork, the timing of when you do certain things, the posters that you display, the policies you put in place. From the time you hire that first employee, there's at least a dozen laws that suddenly now you are obligated to follow. If you find compliance a bit overwhelming or that you are not alone, this is the number one reason the small business owners reach out for assistance with their HR. There are so many good resources out there, whether through websites, through systems and tools that are out there, or outsourced providers. Don't be afraid to get help with this one. The next function we're going to talk about is employee relations. Really, this is just the organization's effort to maintain positive relationships between the company and employees, and ensuring that they have a safe space to come to work every day. So they're two little words, but they cover a whole lot of territory. This can be everything from helping managers understand how to effectively communicate with their employees. It can, include investigations into sexual harassment, discrimination cases. It can include managing employee conflict. And sometimes it's just making sure that there is positive culture, that there are positive things about the environment, and that employees enjoy coming to work every day. So this is a big term. It's an important one. It's going to mean something a little bit different everywhere based on the population, but it is certainly something that needs to be taken into consideration. The last one we're going to talk about today is HR strategy. Really, this means taking the time to ensure that everything that we've talked about so far, those other 6 areas, that everything is aligned with the objectives of the business, and not just the objectives right now, but where's the business going, growing, where are they going to be 12, 18, 24 months down the road? If you can look at the policies, programs, things that you have in place, the structure you built for your team, it's aligned with the business, and it's still going to be that right fit down the road, then you have an effective HR strategy. So there you have it, all of the puzzle pieces that make up HR management. If there's anything I missed, let me know.